Sometimes the story itself is enough to carry a movie. The Railway Man stars Colin Firth and Nicole Kidman as a couple trying to come to grips with the past of a man who lived through a brutal war. It's based on a true story as told in the autobiography of Eric Lomax, a British Army officer who was a prisoner of war at a Japanese labor camp in World War II. It follows his story there and what happens when he finds out the man responsible for much of his pain is still alive. First off, this is a powerful story with some great performances. Colin Firth is incredibly engaging as this man whose haunting past just won't seem to let him go. And Kidman is beautifully understated as his wife that lovingly pushes him to confront his demons. The movie also tells a part of the World War II story that we haven't really seen much of and does it in an incredibly smart and progressive way, presenting you with just the information you need and allowing your discovery of the story to be what compels you towards the finish. Speaking of which, that was my favorite thing about the movie. Now, I don't want to give anything away, but I felt like the message of the final moments of this film were some of the most powerful I've seen in a long time. The struggle of dealing with pain and the people who put us through pain is something we all can resonate with. And the way this movie and the real-life Lomax process through that is heartbreakingly impactful. The finish is a fitting and meaningful conclusion to an incredible true story. In fact, it's probably the power of that story that manages to cover up the movie's primary flaw. It's really methodical and slow. Be warned, if you aren't in the space to take your time with this discovery, you may find yourself wondering why the movie feels so down or understated. In fact, I can see myself in maybe a different mood on a different day, wanting the movie to just move it along. But my experience this time was that the movie rolled along the tracks at exactly the rhythm and pace I needed to feel the impact. I should also mention the prisoner of war stuff does get pretty intense, but I think necessarily so considering the overall themes. At the end of the day, The Railway Man is a true story with enough power and meaning to propel us through an often understated presentation. Some great performances by Firth and Kidman, along with an incredibly powerful message, bring it into the station with a solid B. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. First, I want to throw some stuff up over here you can click on if you'd like. If you want to subscribe, very much appreciate that. You can do that by clicking on the big gray subscribe button. Want to see more? Well, click over here to see my take on the latest X-Men flick or Sandler's latest comedy, Blended. You can also click the logo right up here to go to yourmoviefriend.com where you can search by title for reviews. And finally, this review's best ever challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. What is the best movie ever to prominently feature a train? Mine gave an entirely new, creepy meaning to the phrase crisscross. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments, and the first person to guess mine does get that point. Thanks, and please subscribe.